Hello and welcome. My name is Kevin. This is Do It for Bruce. We're here in CK3 once more with you all. It's time. We've done it. We're ready to run it. Working on putting this time-lapse together where we've built a strong base so over the course of 200 years so that the AI can take over now and run with it and see what happens in that regard. If you'd like to see how we arrived at this state, here is a link to those videos. But for now, the long and the short of it is that we started as a minor kingdom, we expanded, and we conquered, and that's how we arrived here. My hope is that this family goes on to be prosperous, this empire to be prosperous. However, knowing the AI as I know it, I have a sneaking suspicion that by the end of this time-lapse, we won't see this mighty empire any longer. We'd probably be lucky to see maybe this small kingdom that we have right here, if that. But my hope is that we do stay powerful. We've defeated the Pope, so hopefully that's one step in the right direction, but who knows? Anything can happen when the AI is in charge. So let's get underway and see what happens with that. I will see you in a bit. In the future, we have experienced the time-lapse. As you can see, there's no sign of my empire anymore. Sadly enough, Germania has taken over lots of lands that I originally had control over. It looks like the kingdom has split into 3-4 parts, it looks like. And let's just hope, beyond hope, that there is a Bruce still running something somewhere on this map, because I have a feeling that something has gone wrong. So let's get to it. Let's start with our religion. As you can see, this is gonna be rough. So Ashariism still cracking at the top as usual. That's how that goes. Catholicism fought its way back, which disappointed is one way to say that. Our faith looks like they didn't even no, it's this faith. It's still controls 53 counties. At least that's got it going for itself. Just okay, I guess. Let's go. The one I created, still pumping out. Looks like they've added a couple more things than it used to be, and somebody still runs it. Okay, and then after that, let's look at Kingdom Map mode, see if there's any big changes. Nope. It seems like Baloise was created. Some England, Wales got expanded, some other stuff. But let's just like cut to the chase of it. There's this, that, the other thing. Byzantines fell apart, which I'm really surprised about. Looks like it got destroyed by this gentleman after a certain amount of the time. But they looked like they were pretty stable for the most part when I was messing around with them. But in 1234 or something went down. I'm not wanting to find out what's happened to my lovely family. I have a feeling they are dead and gone because this name is not De Bruce. Italy, or this is Sicily, right? Sicily is not run by us. Italy is not run by us, but there is a French family member there, a French family. It looks like none of the lands are run by us. Let's see what point we lost Napoli as our capital. This is seemingly close to our family, so I gotta walk this off. So, over the less than 400 years in the future, our family has, how many do we start out with? Let's see. Out with 106. So over the course of 300 or so years, we went from 106 living members to 6 living members. And only one of them has landed still, and he's the Count-O. I don't know what's happened, but let's go back and track how everything fell apart and where it went wrong, because I have a sneaking suspicion it's something to do with our succession. So let's begin. So this was the last character we were. Then her son takes over. I wish it would show you how much land, the realm size it was when he died, so I could get a beat on what was happening. Still going smoothly. De Bruces are in control. All the lands that we are having are in control. It looks like we moved our capital to dumb places. Yeah, pretty early on. Napoli the capital got moved to Toledo, I think, from what I can tell. So we're cruising along, and then this is where things go wrong. You have a husband, our equal marriage status. The AI doesn't take advantage of the fact that she is a powerful woman and the children should be of her household. So from there, we started having pretenders happen. People who, true Bruce family members who should have deserved the title, did not get the title. So then from there, things started to splinter off, and it looks like the power base went away, and then after that, everything just fell apart. 1292. So it looks like Bruce was in control of it for the most part. A lot longer. No, they lasted about the same time. Seems like the Bruce family really declined in 1245. It was not a good year for the Bruce family in general. They just not have as many children. It seems also like there was just like 100 family members is a lot of members to dwindle down to 6. That's just bad. That's just like either they're just not reproducing enough. Such a disaster. I think if I were to run this back, I would probably do a much smaller kingdom and try to establish just a very big power base there and give my people as much power in that area, and then use that power base to fuel my family's adventures abroad. Like say, marry them to the second the child who's second in line to inherit the throne, so that they eventually would get something, and a Bruce family member would take over those lands, or just outright start just trying to put them on as many thrones as possible, so that the name is just so prolific across the world that nobody can forget it. But unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna mark this one down as a unsuccessful, standing the test of time. They're still living technically, but we're on the ropes, or on the last gasp of the Bruce family is in Toulouse. Maybe I should have done a better job of giving more land in everywhere to my family members, so that they could continue to spread and be prosperous without the overarching kingdom and empire to hold them up. But you can only do so much, and the AI doesn't seem to want to go with my plans. It sucks that a Carling is still in power over here. It'd be interesting to almost play a campaign, a one-off, where I try to regain some of our family's former glory. I hope you enjoyed this. I sure as heck am feeling a little downtrodden after looking at this, but you know, there's always next campaign. Talk to you later. Ciao.